Hey there YouTubes, this is Grim Weird coming back at you with another Lost Ark video. I am doing a couple of just practice runs at making some content here before the North America launch. So this is on the Russia server. And one of the things I wanted to show was the hidden dungeons or secret dungeons. These little maps that come up, you can see I have a bunch down here that I didn't bother going into. But I got one and it was actually nearby, so I thought I would make a video of it. So when you right click on these, they will show you the zone name here, and then a portion of the map with a red X. So if we then go to our map, we are in the Twilight Haze, and this is about where the red X is. So if you look, we've got, I usually find the little blue arrows can be helpful. But if we now look at the map again, so that they're both open at the same time, you can left click, drag this around to get it out of your way. So now you can see we've got the two blue arrows, this area, and then, you know, boom. So right around in here is where the entrance will be. Two things. One, if you have a group, well, first thing, these drop from just kills. So if you're running around killing in the zone, you will occasionally get these drops. And what they have in them is just a really tiny mini dungeon. It's usually only, 4 or 5 rooms, and then there's like just sort of a low-end boss for you to fight, and you get some good drops. Quite often the drops are like, things like blue or purple pieces of gear, but sometimes you get things that might be of more interest. So I think they're sort of worth doing, depending on how fast or how big of a hurry you are to get to in-game. And I've also heard, I haven't been there, I'm just farting around on the Russia server, but I'm also hearing that when you get to the high-level zones, sometimes these secret maps will actually drop things that are quite valuable. And so what people do is they'll save them up, and they'll form a group, and then they'll share them, and then instead of only the person holding the map being able to see the entrance to the dungeon, your entire group can go in. So keep that in mind. At high level, you might want to hold these and share them with your buddies and have them share with you if there is decent loot dropping up in those high level ones. So I've got the map. I've figured out where it is. I'm really close to it. Let's take a look at what it actually looks like when you approach it. So we'll zoom back out here. And we'll run up here. And boom, I've got close to it, and there it is. There's a little gear. It says enter. We're going to hit that. A blue portal appears, and we're going to enter. Okay. And again, if you've shared that with the group, I think the entire group could go in. So at high level, that's a cool thing. So now, things will just sort of rush at you. There's a lot of trash mobs. If we take a look at the map here, there's no map available. It's usually not that many rooms. So the usual thing to do, you're going to probably just want to round up all of your critters here so you can wipe them out at once. Except for the guy you miss. And then look for the boss. An entry room, and then 3 more rooms seems pretty standard about the ones I've gone into. I'm gonna go ahead and look around. Gather up all our buddies here. And then head to the next room. Usually it's the one farthest from the door, or at least several of these that I've done. That's the way it's been. Yes, so now I can see the red skull. There's my guy. He's a ×4 thing. He's got some hit immunity. So he's not tough. He's easily soloable. So we'll just run around and sort of round people up. Tag him. And down he goes. Now I received a purple bit of gear. And it looks like that was the main thing. Some nice legacy experience, 3,500, which is not too bad at level 44. And then there's an exit right here. And that'll just pop you right back out. So again, just sort of a quickie here on hidden dungeons. If you want to pick up a little extra gear along the way, it's a good way. And I have seen, I forget exactly what it was, but I have seen a few things more interesting drop. I can't remember what it was, but maybe some card experience or some other stuff. And I think at high level these can drop, actually tiered gear as opposed to just, leveling gear. So, again, keep in mind, I have one of these, I have some of these left over from other zones. Since I'm just farting around, I haven't bothered to go into most of the ones that I've gotten recently, but again, it tells you the zone here if you want to go back and clean them up. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. A little Lost Dungeon, Hidden Dungeon action. And thanks for watching. Bye. And real quick, I thought I'd go ahead and just tag another one on here. I did get another map drop shortly after making the first half of this video. So I figured, hey, let's give you 2 examples. Why not? No need to look at the second one unless you're curious. So again, if we go turn our map on and get on our inventory, this is the one that just dropped. If we open it up, one thing I didn't mention in the first thing is it'll often give you, if you're in the close region, it'll often give you this little thing. So it's 30 steps northeast. So from where I am here, this dropped down here, but from where I'm standing here, 30 steps northeast, now I know it's over on this island, and you can barely see the little blue arrows there. So let's go on over there and see what we see. Oops. See an angry goat. Climb up. Jump over. And somewhere in here, there it is. So I've opened it. Again, I could have shared this with my group if I had people around wanting to do this, but since I'm low enough level that I'm only 44th level, so any gear I get is just, basic leveling gear. That's almost garbage. But if I were in something that I thought might drop, better stuff, I'd be sure to invite buddies. So here's a slightly different map than the first one, and I can see right away that I can't open the big map, but I can see right away from here that my guy's over there on the left. Again, these bosses aren't hard, they're just mini bosses. So we're just going to go ahead and get on over to him. Oh, and he is a desert thug. So we're going to get some people rounded up here. And then try and get most of that stuff out of the way. And bada bing. And I got another purple necklace. So last time I got a purple necklace, and this time I also got one. But, I also got a nice amount of shillings. You can see all that. I got, mini drops of 100 and something. And I got another 3,500 legacy experience. And legacy experience, or I think it'll be roster experience in North America, just gives you sort of like background levels that are associated with your entire roster. So if we take a look at that, legacy, here we go. As you go up in legacy levels, you can get +5 to your main stat, +5 to your health, etc., etc. And then every 20th one you get a good thing. So here I'll be getting a Bifrost key, which opens up, I think, another teleportation slot for teleporting back to saved locations. So that'll be nice. And again, when I log in, if I were to make a brand new character, all of these +5s to strength, dex, intelligence, or +5 to hit points, going back all the way through level 1 roster. So all my 58 levels here, all of that will apply to my alt. And so my alts in the future will start with more hit points and more health. So this is a nice little lump of legacy experience. Again, if you're not in a hurry to, do your in-game content. And then their exit is probably across the way here. So this is only a small 2-room one. So easy peasy. And out we go. So there you go. There's another example of the lost hidden secret, whatever the real translation in North America will be, how those work. And, getting yourself a little piece of purple gear, or I swear in one of the earlier ones I got something else nice, and I can't remember what it was, but it was something, less disposable than a piece of leveling gear. So when I'm on my real auction, I'll probably go ahead and hit all these, just because, or at least save them don't think I could trade them to alts. Yeah, they're untradeable, but I might save them and go back and do them after I hit 50th, and once I start getting my daily and weeklies high levels out of the way, go back and clean these maps up just in case anything interesting drops, and to get the legacy experience until I hit, top of legacy. Anyway, so there's another example, and hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you later.